Hello, everybody, and welcome to the IWC Radio podcast. This is our day one preview show, and we have some breaking news here to start off the show that came in a bit early on here. Roman Reigns testing positive for COVID-19. Not going to be able to compete tonight against Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is going to be put in the other match, according to Ariel Helwani. Here's the tweet just a moment ago from Roman Reigns saying that he yearns to perform tonight at WWE Day 1 to defend his Universal Championship. However, unfortunately, earlier today he tested positive for COVID. Due to the proper protocols, he is unable to compete as originally scheduled. Therefore, looking forward to returning to action as soon as possible. So, yeah, that's something coming out of the opening here. Just absolutely surprising, but at the same time not surprising, considering the world that we live in. So how you guys doing and all that?
Yeah, all good. Like you say, it's a bit shocking, but then, like you say, maybe it's not really, is it? Cause...
I mean, he's actually tested positive today, like on the day of the event. I mean, crikey, that's just...
I mean, on the upside, he's got a shorter quarantine span, according to the CDC.
Have you guys changed your quarantine
it's
thing?
5 days now.
It's 5 days, yeah.
5 days? That's really cutting it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. They'll just do the match on SmackDown and...
Well,
yeah, that's probably
pretty much.
That should be ready in time for SmackDown.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pop a huge rating for SmackDown. Roman Reigns has tested positive for COVID. Reigns is Universal Champion. He's vaccinated. Brock Lesnar, his scheduled opponent, will now compete for the WWE Championship in what's turned into a fatal five-way with Big E, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, and surprisingly, Bobby Lashley. We finally get the Lesnar-Lashley.
They're going to be in the same room.
Yeah.
How are they going to pull this? One of the guys has to also test positive.
Oh,
and
no.
Lashley has to pull out.
Oh, no.
That's going to be the twist in the show.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Ariel then goes on to say, well documented that Reigns has beaten Lesnar on multiple occasions. Oh, leukemia on multiple occasions.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Do you think Vince is stopping any further tests taking place at the event until after it's over?
Does he run the EFL now as well?
Funny enough, we were just laughing with Chuck before we came on here. The organisation that runs the second tier of football over here, the EFL, they've basically announced to stop anyone testing positive on the day of matches. They won't be testing on the day of matches anymore. So that's one way around it.
I was just going to say that's like Donald Trump scenario where he just didn't want people. What was it? Where he just like, we're not going to count them deaths anymore because it just makes it go too high. So,
Oh, my God.
a perfect logic. Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Mad.
Until recently, I completely forgot that WWE stopped testing for COVID, which is
Did they?
Apparently that's only a recent thing though, like in the last week or so.
Yeah.
So how did Reigns test positive then?
Maybe he does it himself, his own.
Yeah,
And he's just too honest for his own good.
I think that's what they've said. Actually, I think that's the official sort of guideline, is that they're not doing it themselves anymore, but they're leaving it down to the superstars to test themselves. So, like, I mean, it is open to people saying, "Well, yeah, I've tested, I'm fine," but you know.
Yeah. That's just the way it has to be at some point. Fair enough.
I think we've not just WWE, everywhere. I think we've got to get to a point where we just stop testing. To be honest, I think we've.
Well, yeah, like I said, leave it up to people. Just
if you think you've got it, then yeah, you got to test it yourself. But
and stay home. Like maybe we should make that more of a thing. People used to, whoa, yeah, that's good, cool. I'm gonna.
Oh, guys, all I've got is a brew.
I've got one, but
make
it's
a noise.
Slurpy tea.
It's a rather hot drink, so any kind of manipulation I'm going to do, I'm worried it's going to burn me.
Oh no.
We'll come back.
There you go.
Sorry, you were saying. I didn't mean to interrupt with that.
Before unprecedented circumstances, there would be a frustration. I don't know, in my place anyway. I'm sure it's the same in wherever you are. That people would keep coming to work even if they had a cold.
Mm.
You're like, just don't do that. That's annoying because
Yeah.
we know how colds spread. It's not, So maybe now this one's more serious. We take it more seriously. There's hand sanitizer everywhere. People actually own masks now.
Mm.
Maybe that's the way now. We get back to normal, but we take it a little more seriously when we've got something.
Yeah.
And we can work from home. Everyone can work from home now. It's been proven. It's fine. So I think you're right.
Well,
maybe get back to get back to the new normal.
The new normal.
The old normal with a little bit of what we've learned.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're right, though, because I mean, there was always that guy who'd come into work thinking he was being a trooper.
Yeah.
He'd be sat on the corner, sneezing his head off.
This is rather worryingly sounding like me.
Yeah.
No, me too.
Were you that guy, Beans?
Yeah. I
You're
was the
super
one
spreader.
that told off that I were coming in because I was, spreading the cold that I had.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind that, I'm allergic
done it
to
myself.
oxygen, so I've got, I seemingly have a cold 24/7. So, so and then that person then also decided to do exactly the same as me, and I thought, hang on a minute. When they had a cold, they came in and infected half the office. But hey ho,
That's kind of
that's the way these things go.
That's kind of what happened to my mom at work the other week. Somebody was sick and came to work.
Refused
and
to take the day.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And now she took like a couple days off last week, and her boss was like, "Hey, stay home for this past Thursday and Friday." And she seems to be better, but I think I kind of caught a little bit of what she got, and I've been feeling a little bit under the weather here and there. So
I always hear that it's much worse over where you are, though. The US with they're real stingy with their days off, right? That's
yeah,
a lot of people don't get paid for the days that there's no sick pay, very little holiday pay,
yeah,
and it's kind of frowned upon to take it. It's that whole culture.
yeah.
Mm.
Which
I
hopefully
seem
that
to
changes.
remember when
We love it.
I seem to remember when I was in Phoenix, we got quite friendly with the guy that worked behind the bar in the hotel. And it was the same kind of thing. It was like, we spoke to him about how much time he actually got in a year, and his annual leave was absolutely appalling. It was something stupid. It was
2
like
weeks.
10 days or something.
Yeah.
For an entire year. And I was just like, what?
And then I just see it popping up on Reddit all the time, and people will say that your holiday is also your sick pay, your sick days.
Yeah.
So like, if you get sick, then you have to take it as holiday. You only get 2 weeks of it anyway. And then people will try and argue for it, saying, well, if you get more, then people just won't take it because they feel guilty about taking it. So you just don't get it. No, don't do this. Don't do this to your people.
I remember having a
Right,
conversation with a guy I know in America. I mean, it was Chris Cash, actually. I was talking to him about a few different things, and he was I was off sick for a little while, and he was really surprised that I actually got full pay while I was off.
Yeah.
He couldn't believe it. Like, you get paid for being sick. Like, yeah, we do, actually. It is crazy when you think about it, but then, it's just the way we do it, isn't it? I prefer our way to the American way, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, I was going to say, I can't remember if I've mentioned it even just to you guys or whether it's been on our show, but like I've worked with people before that count the bloody, like, what is it, 4 weeks sick that they get or whatever as part of the bloody annual leave.
Oh, yeah, I knew someone like that, yeah.
It's just like doubled up everything. Just like, I'm coming into the office and just saying, oh, by the way, boss, I'm going to be off next week. I'm not going to be well. It's just like,
I'm planning an illness.
yeah, but like completely blatant about it. Like,
Gonna be sick a week next Tuesday.
I've got something coming on right before my
honest to
birthday.
God, that just tickle me. I just think, how can you do that? I mean, I can't even imagine
can't do
having the
that.
balls
I
to
think
say that in work.
There it is. It's officially made.
There it is, yeah.
Lesnar.
Oh.
Lesnar's added to the Fatal 5-Way here.
Yeah.
So there you go. You're gonna see Lesnar and Lashley in the same room somehow.
I don't think we will.
I want to see a picture of Chuck's reaction. You know, like everyone does these reaction videos on YouTube and they watch trailers and stuff. I want to see Chuck's watch when there's that moment in the match when Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley have that moment where everyone's out and down for a moment and they do that stare up, you know, like, and it finally happens and you have to accept that it's not a mirror in the middle of the ring.
No, I'll just say that the CGI is incredible these days.
That augmented reality.
In real time, yeah. they've obviously hologrammed Lashley in.
They did do a hologram rather well at one point.
Well,
they did in the cell.
Did, yeah.
And it was never seen again.
Can't think why. Didn't they replace it with maggots
Yeah.
on the canvas?
Yeah.
Maggots.
So,
And
yeah,
exploding monitor.
Yeah. God, I hated that. Let me bring this down here. Sorry, I'm doing some last minute adjustments to the spread or the graphic here.
No, it's caught us all by surprise, that one of it, didn't it?
Then
again, like you say, I think it is a surprise, and it's not, because I think there was always going to be that chance of someone going down with it, wasn't there? So
there's always that thing, isn't it? But you always never think that it's going to be like the main person. It's always just going to be someone that you can work around or whatever, you know. Like, but yeah, that's like their worst case scenario on the day of the actual event, and your main event guy goes down.
Is the last time this happened was Carly with his liver enzymes? I think maybe.
And Bobby Lashley with also enhanced liver enzymes.
Wow!
Oh
my gosh!
Yeah. Oh, I don't think Lashley's making this event, is he?
Well, literally can't. He was going to pull double duty as it is.
He's going to roll under the ring at one point and come out the other end, didn't he?
Yeah, it's going to be a match. He's going to roll under the ring and then come out in whiteface with a dodgy hair. Still be painting the tattoo on his chest.
Oh, God. There's an image of Paul Heyman now peeling one of them transfer things that he used to do as a kid for tattoos on his back. You didn't let it set enough. It's coming off.
I'm loving that image there of Angle at the
oh yeah, on the walkie-talkie. Oh. Code blue. This is gonna be something. Granted now Reigns and Lesnar was gonna be the match to see, but I mean you could still do the match on SmackDown with the CDC stuff.
That was the big selling point, wasn't it, for the show? Really, that was why they're doing it.
Yeah.
Apparently, that was Nick Khan's big idea to make it a big.
Oh God.
Make Day One seem a big event.
If Nick Khan's related to Tony Khan, they're both idiots.
Must be a Khan thing.
Yeah.
So, go on. You've mentioned it now. I'm a bit lost on this story. What's Tony Khan done?
Well, he's kind of, I don't know. He kind of putzed it up on Twitter. He acted like a dummy here. This was hours before Rampage. Here, let me get to this. Oh, sorry, hold on. I had to switch accounts. There it is. There we go. So, Fightful posted this interview from, I think, Big Swole's podcast, I believe, here, where she went into detail. It was a call-in show where she mentioned the final days of her contract running out, and explained why she didn't want to re-sign and whatnot. And it's a genuinely like a pretty good piece and whatnot. A lot of the reasoning before it is because of there's a lack of diversity. She mentioned how her daughter would turn on AEW, and she mentioned that there's nobody there that looks like her and things like that. which was like the biggest issue for not re-signing with the company and whatnot. And yeah, she said Big Swole said that there's to Tony Khan that there's like a diversity issue and whatnot. And Fightful goes on and publishes this article, and Tony Khan sends out this tweet, which I was floored. I was absolutely floored when I saw this. I was just stunned. He simply said, "The top two AEW execs are Brown, me and Meg Ha, which is the senior vice president and also the chief legal person for AEW, as well as the I think the Jaguars as well. Jade Cargill, Anthony Bowens, Max Caster, Dante, Nyla, Isaiah, and Mark Quinn all won on TV this month. The TBS title tournament has been very diverse. I let Swole's contract expire as I felt her wrestling wasn't good enough. AEW Rampage Street Fight tonight."
Go get the plug in at the end.
Right?
That's the bit.
Wow.
And the thing about this is like Tony Khan went on record several months before this saying that, you know, he was praising Big Swole's, you know, in ring ability and all this stuff. And if I can find it here, I'll look in the I won't show it on the screen, but I'll see if I can find it on the replies. There's one, let me see if I can find it here. I know I have it shortly because I was looking for like a decent source. Here we go. This was in I'm not sure if it was an interview on Busted Open, but it's a publication. Let me double check. Let's see if I can find it here. But he basically said at one point, this was back in March, saying that Swole's a great wrestler. She's got a great personality. I think in the ring she's gotten better and she can continue to get better. She's risen up and had a great record in 2020 and reached the top contender at one point. She got a title shot. She didn't beat Shida, but she has a great match and she's had a lot of great matches. I really like Swole.
Yeah, it's different talking about an employee. Like, you know, he had to say that at the time. It's not like, you know, he's not going to say, while she's still working there, he's not going to say, well, she's not great. No, a little bit lacking in the old charisma department. Maybe could do a little better in the ring. You just don't get that.
But when somebody has like I think it's a very valid criticism. Like I would say that AEW is very diverse, but at the same time though, there's not many. I don't know, it's hard for me to say because I'm a white guy. There's a lot of white people. There's a lot of white people right now that are in the title picture. I mean, you have MJF, you have Hangman Page, Daniel Bryan.
Page Bryan, and I guess Punk is up there. And...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. The majority.
But at the same time, though, Lucha Bros are tag champs. Jade Cargill, as Tony Khan did point out, like the TBS title is very diverse, but there's just not a lot of representation, I think is what Swole was trying to get across or allude to. But just the fact that he would tweet the article and just like knock her like that with a very serious critique is incredibly Bush League, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's unprofessional, if anything.
Yeah. And then also
he definitely could have said nothing, and it would have been fine. Or a kind of, I hear what you're saying, but I, disagree. Whatever. Just like kind of, say a thing. You got your opinion. That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know, because what she didn't say. There's like a racism issue. It was just a lack of diversity, no representation.
Yeah.
Nobody that looks like me is represented. See, this is what she left because there weren't enough people that looked like her. Surely that's causing more of an issue.
Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And I would have to say she wasn't great. She had a feud here and there, and it was okay, but she definitely wasn't one of the top there. I think if you were to push her for the sake of diversity, it would be obviously for the sake of diversity, which I think is the wrong way to go about these things.
Yeah, there was also, she also went on to say that there was like a lack of structure. Which
that is probably true.
Yeah.
I can definitely see that. Yeah. So she said, what's the line here? There's no writers, in a sense. Not everyone is comfortable writing their own things.
Yeah.
If you're shy and don't know how to write or are not creative, it's not going to work unless they want it to work for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see that. It's kind of nice to have more input, but when there's nothing for anyone who isn't kind of that way inclined.
Yeah.
What was that? Did somebody hit a pole?
Say that basketball.
Sorry, I'm not the mic.
That sounded like you just hit a home run.
Yeah.
It's a nice thing.
The thing with Big Swole as well, like, well, kind of following on what you said there, Chucks. I mean, like, I always think of like Lewis Hamilton within F1. Like, he's obviously always banging the drum that obviously he's the only, black driver in F1. And same thing, like, he's there and he's staying there and kind of raising it and saying it as much as he can to raise awareness, to try and inspire others to do it. So it's that age-old argument of, you can do more by actually being there. And
well, you can when you're as good as Hamilton is.
Yeah.
So it would be I would say that Swole would absolutely have a point if there was someone in AEW like Big E, who you would think he's good enough, people like him, there's no reason why he shouldn't be at the top like he is in WWE. He made it there, and everyone was behind it. And it's actually fairly long term now. He's had a sustained push most of this last year, and it's been good. And Lashley's great. So it's not like they're just, well, we need a black guy, so here's the black guy that we've got in the company. Let's put him in the mix. AEW doesn't really have, so they have a ton of black talent, but none of them are either ready or a lot of them are young. Like, I'm sure Dante Martin is gonna be something sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
But putting him in the main event now, no, that would be a diversity push. And again, I don't think that's the best thing even for him.
Right.
He would flop at that level. Like, even Adam Page right now is kind of flopping at that level. And I would have said he was ready 3 years ago. Apparently not so much, because it's, ratings are down and he feels like an afterthought. So even he's not ready. So I don't know, she's probably got a point. And
she even mentioned
I can't say.
She even mentioned WWE. She said that she knew something was up when her daughter, who loves watching wrestling, she would watch AEW all the time and seldomly watch WWE. She's not that big of a fan unless Cedric Alexander, her dad, was on TV, which stopped happening after they watched The Hurt Business.
That's unforgivable.
So.
Yeah. And then it says you started watching WWE because you saw Bianca and Big E. Just like, yeah, I mean, there is something to say. If you've got talent like Bianca Belair and Big E, then you should be pushing them because they're great.
Yeah.
AEW, I don't know. Who is there out there right now that AEW could have that would fill that role and not feel forced? Because there's not that many.
I mean,
Jay Lethal could probably do it. He's been ROH champion for a decade or something.
Yeah, but he has
clearly, he could do it.
He's got a shady past, apparently.
Oh, God.
Jay Lethal's got a shady past.
Yeah, Jay Lethal. He was, I think, one of the names listed in that Speaking Out movement.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, I don't know.
I like Jay Lethal.
It kind of, this whole thing kind of casts a dark shadow at the finals of the TBS tournament, which, by the way, I did accurately predict the final.
You like doing tournaments, you?
Apparently, I'm really good at figuring that shit out, man.
Is it? So it's got to be Jade, and who is it? Ruby or?
Yeah, it's Jade and Ruby. Now, heading into this, when I saw the match on Wednesday, it seemed like they kind of like were working Jade's leg a little bit, which might be the the focal point for the next week. But now, with what Tony Khan said on Twitter, maybe they give it to Jade instead of Ruby, possibly.
I think they would be giving it to Jade anyway. I think she's
think
always
so?
been. Oh yeah.
I thought they were going to go with the LOL TNA route of giving it to the former WWE talent. Here, have a championship since you just left the company you previously worked for.
I don't know. Maybe. I just feel like they've been wanting to do something with Jade for a while.
Yeah,
and this feels like
and
the right thing.
Yeah, and she's been talking a big game here. It would feel incredibly crushing if they didn't give her the title, you know?
She's even got a little catchphrase with it.
That bitch show.
Yeah. Got to happen.
I don't know how you can't adore her. It's incredible. And a lot of people have pointed out that have said that, you know, she's still kind of green in the ring here and there.
Oh, she's really, yeah.
But I mean, she's going to be a superstar, dude. Like, it's just, you know.
If they stick with it, then yeah, you're right, because she's totally unique. She's got something that no one else does, and I wouldn't be saying put her over. Christ, what's the Britt Baker?
Yeah,
Britt Baker's the champion. I think she's a better top level champion if you want someone who's going to carry the division.
Yeah.
But this secondary thing,
give it to Jade. Why not?
I wouldn't be giving it to Ruby.
I agree.
Perfect spot.
I agree.
Well, anything else in here? There's okay. So Big Swole also said there is no representation, and when there is, it doesn't come across in the black community as genuine. And that's something I obviously can't speak on. I'm incredibly white. I know. Yeah.
Same.
But I don't know. That just sounds like one of those lines, like not black enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't want to criticize, but I just don't like the sound of it. That it doesn't come across as genuine. Like, oh, that don't sound good to me somehow. How do you?
I mean, that's I'm white. I also can't really comment on it that well.
Yeah, from within the community, but I don't like the idea that she is trying to promote the progression of the black wrestlers and then saying that when they do get over and when they do get a little something, it feels false. Like, what are you asking for here then? Is it, I don't know, is it more black writers, I guess? That could help.
Yeah. But
then again, there's not any writers there. So, I don't know, maybe it's just too maybe you should just give up.
I don't know, man. What I can tell you is just the tweet itself from Tony Khan is just, this is not it. This ain't it, man.
So the first point he makes, 2 of the top execs are brown. Like, that's a point. I don't know if I would phrase it like that. That's kind of blunt and whatever. But he does have a point. The company is run by diverse people. This list of people who have won this month.
Hey, I've booked all these people of color to win.
Yeah, right. That is the classic "I have a black friend" argument, which isn't a bullshit argument, because if you have a black friend, then obviously there's not a problem. So he is doing this, but also is like, come on, dude. Yeah. And the tournament's very diverse. That's true. I let Swell's contract expire. Felt wrestling wasn't good enough. Maybe unprofessional, but I take the point. The Street Fighter Night plug, that's just where it's like, oh man, you almost had it. You could have done that as a second tweet, right?
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It just, that whole thing felt very, very hokey.
Not the right way to do it.
Very just hokey, tone deaf, and especially coming off of the whole, well, I didn't get enough credit for sending women to the NWA pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Now he needs credit for giving black guys wins, I guess, as well. I think you're fine.
You said that, not me.
In AEW, it's been because I've told them that they can.
Yeah. Anyway, Ricky Starks at some point disabled his Twitter account. Leo Rush was upset.
Oh, he said he's just not happy with anything.
Yeah. He was unhappy with it, but today apparently things have kind of mended over. I'm trying to get the tweet up here. Sorry. He just simply said, he said, "I'm not cool with any of this shit, to be honest. Nah. Nope. If nobody says something, then I will, because this is fucked up, and now I'm pissed.
Say the thing.
Apologize
Tony Khan.
in all caps to Tony Khan, and this is the thing that came out today, saying, I want this to be clear. I do not consider this to be a diversity issue, and I at no point have thought of or said that AEW or Tony is racist. We can all clearly see that wrestling as a whole and the AEW roster is perpetually diverse. The issue at hand was a racial insensitivity issue.
Right.
Having spoken to Tony and Mega, I apologize if I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. We have discussed that the endeavors to further understand the struggles of the black community. I'm grateful to be able to understand more about Tony and Mega's own ethnic backgrounds, and glad that they are actively seeking input from an African American perspective. I'm proud to work for a boss and company that try to make these strides in social equality. I look forward to working with Tony to keep making steps towards positive change. I pray that 2022 is a year of positive change in all aspects. Happy New Year, and God bless. # be the change. So,
yeah.
I'm glad at least Tony's receptive, at the very least, but he should still delete that tweet. Like, that's such a that's an awful tweet to have.
He doesn't come across as a guy who is against the idea of having a diverse roster and pushing people of whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's not like well, not like the old school thing of like, this will never get over. We need to have a certain look for our top guy, and anything else is going to be a failure. At least he's open to this stuff. And so as long as you've got that, when the talent comes along, when the right guy comes along, it can happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think their problem right now is that the best guys on the roster do happen to be white.
Yeah.
And when someone like Dante Martin's the obvious one, but like, you know, whoever it is, when they're ready, I have no doubt that Tony Khan will let it happen.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, I was stunned to see that, because like I expected more from Tony.
I don't know. He's still just a wrestling nerd, right? He's not.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the media training or the business. Like, he just comes across like a guy.
Yeah.
Whereas if this was WWE, they would ignore it, or if they did have to put out something, it would be a really carefully worded statement, and it would be.
Yeah.
You know, he's just going to say his thing, and it's going to come off wrong.
Yeah. Should we get into the prediction game? That was
We should. Have we missed the pre-show already?
No, I think it's about to start.
It's only,
Okay.
Yeah, you know, we're not missing much.
Yeah.
Let me get the music ready here.
Oh, let's get some music.
There we go. So here we are.
I've missed that music.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been too long.
It has been a while. It's been a couple of weeks because of holidays and slow news.
You've made a mistake.
Uh-oh.
What have I done? Oh, the Survivor
That's
Series.
right.
Yeah, you're right. Hold on.
Yeah.
No,
Fix that.
seriously.
I'll fix that. Hold on.
Survivor Series is apt for this pay-per-view.
Yeah, who's going to be left?
There you go.
I don't
There
want
you
to
go.
watch Survivor Series again. It was terrible.
Yeah.
We don't need...
I mean, I'm not saying this one's going to be much better, but you know. What was that being, sorry?
I can't even remember what happened at Survivor Series.
Egg.
Don't bother.
Nothing of note.
Egg.
Egg, yeah.
Egg, yeah. Oh god, yeah, egg. Jeez.
Vince had an egg.
Yeah.
Egg?
Vince
What?
had an egg.
Vince's
Golden
gold
egg.
egg.
Oh,
And then it got
God.
stolen.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. I've just realised what I'm letting myself in for, like.
Every Survivor Series should have an egg story.
No.
No. Have you just drawn a load of spots behind
You have?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought they were
It's
eggs.
got like blurred Christmas lights in the
Thank you. That's why that was
I thought they
what
were
I was
eggs.
gonna go for. I wanted to do like sunspots, but I ran out of time. So it ended up like
that'll
this.
What, you mean like the WWE's graphics where the sun's just behind them for no apparent reason?
Which, I mean, at this rate, you could probably replace that with like the little COVID molecule looking thing.
Nice, yeah.
Oh yeah, good idea. Yeah.
Just one or two, put them in somewhere and just like hidden among them.
Yeah.
Like that. Alright, so
You,
pre-show. Let's get this pre-show in before it starts.
So you're gonna say let's get it in before someone else test one us? That's the way it's going.
They all knew better. No, none of these guys have tested, just in case. So, I know nothing about what's going on here. It looks to me like the teams are mixed up. Cesaro and Sheamus are on opposite sides of this one. I don't know.
Yeah, they've not been the team for a little while, have they? But
Well, they got started by the draft a couple of years ago.
yeah,
And now they're put back together, and they're feuding and not.
yeah, don't really understand it myself.
Anyway, so
I didn't
Cesaro-
even know Ridge Holland was English.
Is he?
Who's Ridge
Yeah,
Holland?
he's from Birmingham.
Liver's Edge.
Yeah, he's from Birmingham.
And he's
He's Brummy.
33.
Did you say he's a jabroni?
So he's a Brummy.
Oh,
Also,
What's it do?
I mean, he might be a jabroni, I don't know.
so apparently he debuted in September 2017. So he
Yeah, he
in-
was on NXT for a little while, but I've never really paid much attention to who he
He
was.
would have been 29 or something. He got into the wrestling well late.
Yeah. I didn't even know the hell he was until he turned up on SmackDown and he was speaking in a Brummy accent.
Oh, he's the rugby guy.
Oh, was that him? Oh, okay.
One appearance in the Super League. Hull Kingston. Huh. Well, there you go. He is English. I had no idea. So here's diverse. So we've got Swiss Cesaro, an American Ricochet versus English Ridge Holland and Irish Sheamus.
oh.
American Ricochet? That sounds like a name of a film.
American Ricochet.
I know nothing of what's happening between these two, or between these these two teams. But I was gonna say between these four people. It's a pre-show match. Why not give it to Cesaro and Ricochet?
Why not give it to Cesaro?
The last I've seen of this feud was a couple of weeks ago, and it was Ridge Holland was basically trying to prove that he was a good wrestler to Sheamus, trying to impress him for some reason. And now they're a team. Yeah, I'll go with them. Holland and Sheamus.
That's the story. Okay.
Holland and Irish.
Oh, if only it was Wade Barrett.
Oh,
Oh,
Holland and Barrett.
Missed opportunity.
so you're going with Ridgey Sheamus, okay? I'm going Rico Saro.
Yeah, I got Sheamus and Holland as well.
No, come on.
Just because Ricochet's on the other team and he never wins.
Oh, that is true.
I suppose it depends at what stage the story's at as well, because is this the time when Ridge is supposed to like prove to Sheamus that he is a good enough tag team partner?
Yeah, one thing I have noticed is since he showed up, Sheamus has now got a stick.
Shillelagh.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the name. Shillelagh, yeah.
Well,
Well,
maybe
he's
they get DQ'd.
He's slowly turning into Finley then.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll get DQ'd.
Does he love to fight?
Yeah.
Yes, he kind of does love to fight.
I think most Irish people do.
Beans, who you got?
That's
I'm gonna
That's not
go
stereotypical at all.
Birmingham bloke and Sheamus.
okay.
Birmingham bloke, Ridgey Sheamus.
Birmingham
Gotcha.
bloke. I like it.
Well, Smoot on his own there then, with Cesaro.
Yep. I already feel bad about it.
Know. I feel bad about this next one. Drew McIntyre is beating Riddick Moss.
I don't even know why this happened.
Probably because they didn't want to do McIntyre and Corbin again.
Next question. Who's Madcap Moss?
Do you remember
Riddick Moss?
Riddick Moss was your boy Mojo Rawley's friend for a while, and he won the 24/7 title and then disappeared?
No.
Do you remember Mojo Rawley?
Yeah. That one's kind of burned in there, but
So he was, let's see, January 2020. Moss made his main roster debut with Rawley. Rawley lost the title to R-Truth, but Moss assisted Rawley in regaining the title. Yeah, it didn't last long. He had 41 days as 24/7 title. Champion.
Oh, he rings a bell.
And then he got torn his ACL. And now he's back, and he is Madcap Moss.
Does it sound wrong to say that he does kind of look like he'd be Mojo Rawley's friend?
Oh, he was.
Huh.
Yeah, but I mean, just to look at him, if you'd have shown me the picture of him, I probably would have said that.
It's happening again.
They don't get hyped, they stay hyped.
Drew McIntyre, please.
Wasn't there something to do with McIntyre stabbing the desk with his sort of sword?
Yeah, I don't really understand, but he was left out of the Battle Royal for the title shot a few weeks ago. Which was never really explained why he wasn't in it, but there you go. And then he went into Adam Pearce's office and shouted at him a little bit.
Everyone
and
shouts
then put the sword on the desk. Yeah, there you go, that's it.
Okay, so here we go. Oh! Don't do it! Ah! Stab the desk.
Yeah,
was the other bloke's foot underneath the desk?
Adam Pearce doesn't look at all bothered. It's
He
like
wasn't,
he's just
no.
looking at his phone or something.
It's the type of the phone. He's got an imaginary phone.
Also,
It's an imaginary phone.
while all this is happening, what the fuck is this on the wall?
That's modern art.
Yeah.
And so you're not watching some? That's where an old WWF logo is.
What's behind Drew there? Is that a mushroom cloud?
No, it's like a brush painting of some sort. Oh no! Don't play it! Jesus, get in trouble.
Get away with that.
Yeah, it's like a abstract wet brush painting of some sort, I would say.
Aren't all paintings wet brush paintings?
You could use a dry paint.
Oh,
Wow.
Shay.
Yeah.
He's got you there.
You still have no eye.
But also, I hate that this started out with, like, just Adam Pearce on his phone, like every other general manager.
They're always on the phone, and they always say, "I'll call you back" when someone walks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why has he got a lamp from like a bank?
It's green. It's from Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
It looks like a lamp from every bank scene from every movie that has New York in it.
That's true. Why are they only up used in banks? No one has that lamp.
It's true.
So who decorated this office? That's the big question. Why, someone's got terrible taste in that. That picture doesn't even fit the frame.
I was just gonna say that picture's not even. Oh my
That's
god!
Diamante
My OCD's going haywire here.
Yeah, right? Like, what is this? What is this? Oh, let's see if I can pull this, like...
Ugh.
Oh, no. Can I get another... No, I just want another shot of the... Oh, we're definitely gonna get claimed now. Hold on.
What is he going to do? Tip
Yeah, there
his
it
hat
is.
to it?
Yeah, there it is. There's a better shot.
Oh my god. Has anyone ever seen the film White Noise?
Look at all that space right here. Look at all that.
Has anyone
Come
ever
on.
seen the film White Noise?
No, that's Sheamus's maneuver.
No.
No.
I've seen James' backbreaker.
It looks like the ghost out of White Noise is about to kill out Adam Pearce.
I guess. I mean, it looks awful. Whatever this is, it's just like I could literally replicate that in Photoshop.
Okay, well, maybe we'll do that.
Moving
later.
on.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Smoke Will. We've got McIntyre or
McIntyre.
Mad Cat Riddick Moss. You got McIntyre.
McIntyre, definitely.
Oh, well,
Can I just ask, did McIntyre leave the office with his sword in the table?
Yes.
He did.
So what does he do? Just like sheepishly go back later on and yank it out?
No, Corbin and Moss stole the desk. As you do.
Right. They didn't think to take the sword out the desk.
No, they kept it in there because, you know, comedy value.
Oh dear. Surprised there wasn't a segment where it was like who's worthy of being able to remove the sword from the desk.
They
That
would do
would've been
something
fun.
like that. Yeah.
Chris
Only
Masters
King
shows
would-
up.
Surely.
Christmas.
Oh God, here we go. Edge versus Miz.
Where?
This is the best use of Edge that they could think of.
This has actually been a, well, I was going to say decent feud, and that's probably pushing it a bit.
From the recap podcasts I've listened to, it sounds like it's just Edge coming out and saying, Miz is actually really good. He's won lots
Yeah.
of titles. And that's basically it.
Pretty much. It even slightly referenced AEW on the first week. Remember when CM Punk got everyone to chant he was a
Oh yeah,
Miz at him?
that's famous Miz.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. And then Edge said something about, you've even got people reference here on other shows. And everyone
Yeah.
went, oh,
Oh, he said it.
he said something about AEW.
Edge watches another product.
Don't blame him.
That was in the same promo actually, because there's a little bit of a to do on Twitter because he said something about he'd been gone doing Dancing with the Stars, hadn't he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And Eddie went, while you've been gone, you left your friends to get fired.
Yeah, that's...
Because Morrison got released, didn't he?
Yeah.
So
Morrison's
people
been released.
Yeah.
And Edge
What did he do
implying that
wrong?
Miz could have done
Budget
something
cuts.
about it.
Yeah.
If Miz wasn't doing Dancing with the Stars, he could have convinced Vince not to fire John Morrison.
That's harsh.
No, no, pal.
That's,
Yeah, just another victim.
Especially
of the
when
budget
Miz
cutter.
was eaten by zombies.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that gets brought up enough.
Has to get it in every show.
How do you not remember this? This is the SummerSlam, wasn't it?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you said zombies, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I thought you said undies.
He was eaten.
Oh, shut up now.
After the zombies, he's eaten by the underpants monster. Okay then, Edge or Miz? I think I'll go out on a limb and say that Edge is winning.
I'm tempted to go Miz here because Edge doesn't need the win. Neither does Miz really, but I'll go Miz. Someone's got to.
Yeah, I don't know. It's dude where it's like you say, it's all about trying to put him over a bit, but I don't know. Weird. I'll say Ed.
Going with Edge too. Okay, then.
Determined to get that in the back, aren't you?
Oh, I can squeeze it further. Hold on.
Okay, title matches then. We are in the title matches already. SmackDown tag. The Usos, current champions, versus the New Day New Day.
Yeah, New Day,
This
whatever.
match I haven't seen in 2, maybe 3 weeks. I think maybe.
Do the Usos have the titles right now, or?
Apparently they do. Yeah.
Yeah, New Day.
Yeah.
New Day
New
won.
Day, they're gonna win them again. Swap them again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Usos this time.
You're going with
Yeah, I got Usos.
You're going with Usos, and I'm going with Usos.
Great. Lovely.
Yep.
Tremendous.
You want to change your mind?
Nope.
No. Okay. I think you're predicting based more on your disdain for the Usos than you think it's actually likely to happen.
I mean, it's day one. Like, you already have
It is day-
you have like half the phrase New Day won. They're gonna win. That's my logic behind that.
Isn't that
But
their
Usos
theme
are
song
down
as well?
since day one-ish.
Down with day one, yeah. Since day one.
Yeah, but they're not called New Usos.
They should be called the New Usos.
Also, I'm
Maybe
not
their-
picking.
their
I'm not.
Day one.
I'm not
Their day
picking.
one is H.
I'm not picking Miz because I'm still mad at him for losing that match with the Fiend. Yeah, no, I think it's time for them to give the titles back to New Day. Give them something. But then again, yeah, fuck it, New Day.
How many times have the New Day won tag titles from the Usos?
A lot, I would say.
I'll have a quick look at how many tag titles the New Day have won so far. It's got to be 10. Eh?
I think you need to change that, Smith, to fuck it, New Day.
So, yeah, they've won 11 tag titles now. 5 of them? I'll look that up later. RK Bro are the Raw Tag Champions, and they're taking on the Street Profits.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, they won a tournament, didn't they, for this?
Yeah, which was in doubt that it was going to happen for some reason.
Yeah.
God. You guys pick first.
I'm going RK Bro.
I'd probably say them because they've not had it that long. Have they?
That's been a little while.
A few months, but
Not that it matters with tag titles, like, you know.
no.
SummerSlam.
Shucks,
Oh
who
my
you got?
God, it's been that long.
It's been that long. It's hard to tell without watching the TV, because if the Street Profits are still where I remember them being, they are just a filler team, and they're obviously going to lose. But if they're actually doing something with the Street Profits, then it could be time. Will, are they doing anything with the Street Profits?
No.
No. Okay, it's okay, bro. Then.
So what happened to the music there? Sorry. I don't know what happened to the music. It stopped for a moment. That was weird.
Oh, music got COVID and it was cancelled.
I'm going to go with the Smoky Pizza Slingers here. Street Profits.
The what?
Street Profits. They did sling some pizza a while back.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, that was another thing I somehow managed to forget.
I think that whole stunt might come back to help him out to win the titles with management or something.
You think Pizza Hut's going to help them win?
No, they'll be like, oh, you did the spot with Pizza Hut, here, have the tag titles and whatnot. And why would Arcade Bro have, like, a tournament for the tag teams if not, like, to lose them to somebody?
To find someone to beat?
Yeah.
That's the other... okay, you've gone off on your own again on that one. This could be very very profitable for you tonight.
It won't.
Or,
it probably won't.
Or maybe.
Or not.
It's that point where you go off the rails.
Hey!
A bit later, there you go.
Raw Women. We have Becky is still champion, and Liv Morgan won a 5-way to earn a title shot. So, is it time for Liv Morgan to finally beat Becky?
No.
No!
No. Okay, I was considering it. But you...
Big time Bex all the way.
Big time Bex. Okay, and you too, Will, Becky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying, I think.
Becky. I'm so tempted to go for Liv.
I mean, from what little I'm seeing, it does seem that Liv is, like you say, kind of getting that kind of push now. But...
Yeah. It seems like if they're not going to do it now, then Liv is done.
Yeah.
So,
I just don't think it will.
How many points ahead am I on this game?
One.
Oh, only one.
Well, it says 42 up here.
Maybe it'll be the usual, she will win it, but she won't win the title because Becky will do something to get out of it or something. Oh.
I think I'm missing a pay-per-view here.
Uh-oh.
I started a new page when... Oh, man, I did.
I think this happened last time.
I just started a new page last time around.
I think this happened last time we brought this up.
Did it?
Yeah. Like, oh, did I start a new page? Oh, man, I started a new page.
God damn it. It's only been 13 years that we've been doing this show. That's not true. It's been...
Like 8.
More than 8. No excuse. Okay, so I've got a 2-point buffer to play. I'm going with Liv.
Ooh. Actually, I marked it down for Becky. Okay. Gonna go for Liv.
Liv Morgan. You only live once.
Okay. And this leaves us with the Fatal 5-Way.
That's it. We have a Universal title match that's been scrapped. Lesnar now... Brock, Bobby, Lashley, Lesnar has been put into the 4-way. Which will still be a 4-way because 2 of them are Big E, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and then, the BLs are both in there. Big E champion going in. Is it time for him to lose it so we can build up something for WrestleMania? Big heel win.
The thing is now they're in that awkward position of how the hell did they not make Lesnar win?
Yeah.
But was he going to win against Reigns in the first place?
Yeah, but if he wasn't going to win against Reigns, then obviously there was going to be something that would prevent that involved Reigns.
Probably Heyman.
Yeah, was Heyman going to turn?
Yeah. Would it
Because
have been
he
a
can't really
setup?
do that.
Yeah. I mean, you could, but it wouldn't make much sense.
There's no one for him to turn on. It's just to be kind of siding with Lesnar.
Well, he fired him, didn't he?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Lesnar is like getting the upper hand, and then Heyman comes out with like a cloth that Roman Reigns coughed into, and he just smothers Lesnar to give him COVID.
God. I actually thought you were doing a recap on something like that.
It was going to be like a throw in the towel story. Oh no. It's got that COVID-infected cloth.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or, I mean, I guess you could throw in the towel too, sure. Yeah. But that wouldn't make much sense in a fatal five-way, because then
No, don't make any sense.
Lesnar gives up, so therefore
It's like-
Big E retains by towel
Is
throwing.
it just going to be some horrifically last minute, but like the Usos are going to come out and cost Lesnar? Even though it makes no sense, because surely if you were Roman Reigns, you'd be thinking, yeah, go on Lesnar, I'll face you for the other title
Yeah.
if you win it.
Yeah, just win the other one and distract you.
Yeah.
They
And
never
I
do
think
these. So.
Then he could set something up for WrestleMania where it's like title versus title to unify them or something.
That would be huge.
Awesome. Thank you.
I mean, I would love to see that. I think that's the right thing for them to do. But for it to come out of nowhere, like a last-minute booking change, that leads to something so massive, I don't see it.
Isn't that
I
what
think
WWE specializes in?
Yeah.
No, they specialize in like building something up and then going right back to the status quo.
They are pretty good on making these last-minute changes. And making something good out of it.
Only because they have to like go to like some backup plan that a writer's probably wrote and spent ages on, and like it made sense. Vince didn't like it, but because things happen, we're gonna have to go with it.
when something goes wrong, they go back to plan A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vince loses his power.
Does anyone want to make a bold prediction here? Or should we start by like eliminating who isn't gonna win? Because I don't think Kevin Owens is winning.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns definitely isn't winning. That would be a massive swerve.
Not Roman Reigns. Here we go. All right.
Owens just signed a new contract, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they give him the title as a sweetener.
Who signed a new contract, sorry?
Kevin Owens.
Owens.
Ah, yeah, because there was talk, weren't there, about what he was going to do and stuff.
I think it's probably the right move for him. As much as it's the right move for anyone to stay there. I don't see him going anywhere in AEW. Make the money while you're there.
That's a tough one to call, actually. I don't really know. I can't see Big E keeping hold of it. I don't think he's been a good champion.
I don't know if Big E's... Yeah. I think
But,
it's going to be
like you
Lashley or
say-
Lesnar, whichever persona he's going by.
I'll go Lashley. Why not? I'll go Lashley.
You're going with Lashley?
Yeah. You're going with Lesnar.
Right.
You going with Lesnar, yeah?
No, I'm going with Big BL.
Who? Oh,
Big
Big
BL.
BL.
Alright.
Yeah, BL.
Well played.
I'm going to say Big E retains.
Hang on, isn't technically Big E a BL as well?
Big E Langston, yeah.
Big E Langston, yeah.
Hell.
he's a big EL.
You take the E out, you know.
You didn't say E,
No,
that's the
why would you
thing.
say that? Yeah. But, Brock Lesnar is also a BEL. He's Brock Edward Lesnar.
Yeah.
Edward.
I'm sorry, I still think of him as Brick Wall.
Bobby Lashley has a middle name. Oh, it's Franklin Roberto Lashley. Bobby is the middle name. What the hell? Franklin Lashley.
Roberto Lashley.
Frank Lashley.
Actually, here, I'll go Big Bob Lash.
Big Bob Lash.
Yeah.
I'm kind of annoyed that Roman Reigns isn't on the card because he can't give him all the nicknames again.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
You got 2 more for him now, though. We said before, didn't we? The big COVID chief.
Big COVID chief. Advocate firing. Arm peacocking.
The big cough.
Head of the what?
Excuse me?
Say again? Actually, no, don't.
Will, who do you have?
I really don't know.
That is the problem.
Let's go Lesnar for a laugh. Come on.
Just for a laugh. He is a free agent, isn't he?
He is.
But he could just go to Raw now.
Could.
As if the draft means anything.
So that's the day one.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Anything else you guys want to add before we get out of here? Because we're about 30 minutes away from the start time of the show.
Oh.
Anything else?
And I don't think there's anything else happening, is there really?
I can't contribute anything that I've heard.
Oh, there's a little bit of a shock this week of Tony Storm.
Oh yeah, she just.
Oh, she's gone. Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
quit.
basically just walked out and got home.
I mean, I don't blame her.
What was
Yeah,
the
right.
scenario with that? I mean, has
Well,
there
she
been any
got-
more?
She got cream pied a couple of times, and then
Jesus.
what? Is that not true?
Yeah, she kind of just took it. You're not wrong.
She did just take. She took it live on TV. A couple of cream pies right in the face.
Right in the face.
From Charlotte.
I'm missing something here, aren't I?
Yeah, search for it.
Tony Storm cream pie. See what you get.
I don't. Yeah, I. I think my internet provider might block that for some reason.
Right? Definitely a thing. Like that.
Yes.
Can't imagine why.
Yeah, and that's about it, really.
I think this is a show for the books for sure, but do you think this might be a one-time thing, or do you think this will be like an annual sort of...
Day one.
Yeah.
Well, according to Nick Khan, he wants it to be an annual thing. He wants it to be one of the new big events, he said.
It's another New Year's revolution.
Yeah.
Same as the women's pay-per-view. It just never happened again.
Yeah.
That was a good show too.
Well, I mean, it had no reason for it not to happen again.
Yeah.
Wasn't like, ECW December to December.
We're not doing that again.
No.
Well,
Big BL won in that one too.
I can't believe you're actually picking BL.
I can't believe you're letting me.
You're the one that's a stickler for the rules.
I know. I thought someone would call bullshit, but so far so good.
You actually going with that?
If no one's going to say that I can't.
I am.
Damn it, I thought you'd be on my side.
Well, if it were me that picked it, and then afterwards I'd be told that no one in the match is actually called BL.
Yeah,
Therefore,
that's true.
Your prediction does not count. You are screwed of points.
Yeah, that's true.
The prediction is that they are the same person, so it doesn't really matter who I go for, does it?
For the purposes of the game.
Well, let's put it this way: if Cactus Jack, Mick Foley, and Dude Love were in a match and you were going to pick one of them to win, you'd have to state which one.
The Foley.
Yeah. Mick Foley is going to win.
Just like the Dudley on SmackDown for a while.
Well, the Uso. Still a thing because I still don't know which one's which. Well, if I have to put a name to it,
okay,
which seems unusual.
My terrible joke just didn't get anywhere then, did it?
Oh, what was your?
What was your joke?
When you said the Uso, you don't know which one's which, and I said the police do.
Oh.
I shouldn't have really repeated it because I regretted it actually after I said it. But
I didn't hear it. Otherwise, I would have definitely reacted to that.
Is it really bad that that's how I've grown to tell them apart?
No, not at all. So
You should have had a bonus question. Is anyone else going to test positive before the night's out?
yeah, BL.
PL.
According to checks. No, are you actually sticking with BL?
I guess Will's saying that I'm not allowed to. So
Okay.
I'll have to. I'll go with.
Have you ever listened to me?
What was that?
Have you ever listened to me?
Yeah, that was the joke.
Evil.
Well, right into that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Normally me that gets them, Will. I do apologise. It's awful.
Oh, man, you've gone with Lashley, Big E, and Lesnar. They're the ones that actually have a chance. So it's not even like I could choose one that you haven't chosen just to be fun.
There's Owens
You could pick Lesnar. You could pick Reigns even.
or Rollins.
I feel like either way would be throwing my my prediction away.
What, unlike BL?
No, that's doubling, right? I'd win either one. Unless,
what?
well, assuming you don't realise until next week that it's total bullshit.
Kind of realise now, so you've already lost that one.
Yeah. Let's go with Lashley. No.
All right, let's put it this way. What clothes will the winner be wearing? That's your prediction.
Trunks.
What kind of trunk?
There'd be black ones. There'd be some kind of leg wear. They won't be wearing a t-shirt like Sting, or Kevin Owens will be wearing a t-shirt. So
Right,
winner
so
won't be wearing
that rules out Kevin Owens.
Yeah, nor a singlet, so not Big E either.
So
and
are we really going?
Whatever
with
the hell
this?
Seth Rollins is going to wear, it's not going to be that. Lesnar, because
Lesnar, okay.
it's fun. Why put him in there if he's not going to win?
Lesnar, because it's fun. You got it. There you go.
It's more fun, you know.
Bastard will get the point now.
I'm going to claim it.
He's going to be so angry when Bobby Lashley wins.
I hope I'm right. I'm like trailing here. Anyway, I think that's it for our show there. So there you see it right there. Reigns testing positive. That's why Lesnar's in the Fatal 4-Way, which is now a 5-way. Day one's underway. Hope you enjoy it. We'll hopefully be back next week for the recap of it. And no gold egg, please. Please. We'll see you then. Have a great one.
A little bit of... Oh, wait! Before we go, there's a story I totally forgot about.
Oh, what did you want to put over?
Apparently, there may be a surprise announcement tonight. Here's the story.
This is breaking news.
Maybe.
Okay.
Or it might be nothing at all.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, I've linked it in the chat there, so you can pull it up.
He was actually on SmackDown a few weeks ago.
As Twitter dings at me.
Bing.
Oh, it's like, hey, you're using ad
Yeah,
blocker.
you're using an ad blocker.
Hold on, watch this.
Of course you are, because why wouldn't?
Yeah, why wouldn't it be? This shit's illegal. I swear.
No.
Oh my god.
There we go. Now it's like incredibly heavily light mode here. There we go.
Hey.
Ta-da! 50-year-old star Johnny Knoxville has declared himself for the iconic Royal Rumble match, which sees 30 wrestlers battling for the chance to fight for a world championship at WrestleMania. Yeah, I don't care. I'm sorry. I like Johnny Knoxville. I like Johnny Knoxville, but this is, I mean, it's gonna be Drew Carey all over again. You know, like cool. You're in the Royal Rumble, yada yada yada.
Isn't there a new Jackass film
It
coming
looks
out?
like someone's grandma now.
It really does.
Yeah.
Yes, without Bam Margera for some reason. Because he has a drug.
Yeah, he
problem or
showed
something
up
like
a
that.
couple of weeks ago. I think it was Raw. He was only backstage. I can't remember what he did, but he was involved. So yeah, I wouldn't. That doesn't really surprise me that he's going to be involved again.
Well, that's breaking news.
Oh, yeah?
Even bigger than Reigns being out, I think, is Knoxville being in.
Okay.
So you predicted him for the main event, yeah?
Of WrestleMania, yeah, of course.
Get that written down.
He's going all the way.
We might need that point come the end of the season.
The Cesaro pre-show match is underway, by the way.
Yeah, it's on.
And apparently Ricochet busted Ridge Holland pretty badly.
Oh, good.
We did good!
Well, you know.
And also apparently Spanish commentary being a thing on the English feed on Peacock.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, I remember that the segment. He was on SmackDown. He did a little segment with RK Bro.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
And he does generally look like he looks old. He looks like was that actor, old actor. He was in
No.
oh god, he was in something quite recently. The comedy. Oh god, Ted Danson.
Oh yeah.
Looks a bit like him.
Yeah, he was someone that just went from like dark-haired actor to all of a sudden like the silver-haired, and he like out of nowhere.
You ever seen The Good Place?
No, someone I worked with watched it and was telling me I should give it a go, but I think just as I was about to watch it, did it get cancelled? Is it finished or?
Yeah, they finished it, but they're all on Netflix. I didn't think I'd like it. I'm not a huge fan of that kind of comedy, but that's good.
I'll have to give it a go. As long as it's got a proper ending, because I can't stand watching a TV series and then as soon as I get into it, I find out that it's been cancelled and it never got an ending.
Yeah, they did actually finish it properly, yeah. So.
Yeah, it annoys me that. Get really
Yeah.
into it, ends on a cliffhanger, and then you find out that you're never going to find out what actually happened.
I still can't get around what happened in Lost.
We could do a show on that one.
I would be happy to do a show on Lost.
Apparently, Ricochet busted open Ridge Holland's nose.
Oh, great.
So,
Alright, so now you can have a broken nose as well.
I don't know if that NXT North American title merger match has happened yet, but it's not too late for Ricochet to get fired so that everybody from that original NXT North American ladder match is no longer with the company.
No, that's next week, isn't it? Imagine the
I think so, yeah.
North American and cruiserweight titles. Cruiserweight titles gonna be no more after next week.
Yeah. We'll get into that next week. Anyway, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
We'll see you next
Okay.
week. Have a great one, everybody.
Bye.
Take care. Stay safe.